Alright, hey guys, just got a quick video for you on how to enjoy your Saturday night. It's a fine Saturday here today, and no doubt a few of you are wanting to hit the town tonight and have some fun, and we want to make sure we encourage that and you do that and make sure that you do enjoy yourself and you don't feel so restrictive, because one of the biggest things that people struggle with is when they are on a diet or training, they really get in this mindset of restricting themselves, and that what ends up happening on a Saturday night is they feel like they're missing out, they feel like they're restricting, they get into this mindset of I really want this even more because I can't have it, so then you end up binging and overdoing it and having too much alcohol, having too much junk food because you felt like you missed out so much. It's just this weird mind game that happens in your head. After you binge, you feel really guilty, you get really angry at yourself, you go back into restrictive mode, and it's just an endless cycle that doesn't end well. So we want to go the opposite route. We want to make sure you enjoy yourself. So the key to enjoying yourself is making sure you're doing the right things with your alcohol intake, with your food intake on a day like Saturday night. So number one thing to realize is that alcohol isn't great. You know, it's nothing you do with alcohol is going to be that good for you, but there are ways around it that you can manage. And one example is actually red wine. That has been proven to show benefits, and a lot of doctors actually recommend a glass of red wine. So Jess Ryan, you'll appreciate hearing that. But essentially the rest of alcohol is not going to be doing much for you, but if you do want to enjoy it, there's a few tactics you can use to still enjoy a few drinks on a Saturday night and have fun when you're going out. So number one is to realize that something like a standard beer, you know, a standard 330ml bottle of beer, Corona or something, has about, I think it's 240 or 280 calories in it. Yeah. So if you're having any type of standard drink like that, it's going to be about the 200 to 300 calorie mark. If you have 6 to 10 on a night, like most people do, that's already about 2,000 calories just from alcohol intake. And for most people, that's more than their food intake for the day. So you can see how much of a surplus that is. And remember, weight comes back to calories in versus calories out. If you're above that calorie line of what you're burning each day, you're going to be putting on weight. So if your alcohol is above that, not even including food, you're going to be way above that and storing fat, which is not what we want. So the first thing to do is to avoid high calorie drinks, yeah, like beer, any kind of main standard drink, you know, mixers, that kind of thing, are going to be high sugar from the mixers, all that kind of stuff. So what you can do instead is elect for the straight options, you know, the hard liquor options. So that can include vodka, that can include any type of straight stuff. I mean, what I do as a tactic, which isn't that healthy, but if I want to enjoy a few drinks on a night out, I'll just have drinks on the rocks, that kind of thing, just the straight stuff, yeah, because a straight shot of vodka is about 70-80 calories, something like that. So if you want to enjoy mixes, you know, you can have vodka soda, obviously soda, carbonated water, 0 calories. You know, you're only having about 70-80 calories per vodka soda drink. Yeah, so that's another option of the types of drinks you can have that are lower calorie that aren't going to impact you as much. Okay, I know Geordie himself, when he comes out, he rarely drinks, but when he does, he makes sure he has the vodka sodas and he really limits his damage. Yeah. And then the last option you can do, which again isn't the healthiest, so I'm not saying I recommend this, but something I do myself is that if I know I'm having a big night, if I know I'm having a lot of drinks that night, I will elect to just not eat as much during the day, so just really lower my calorie intake of food. Again, it's not the healthiest, I'm not starving myself, it's not like I'm putting myself into a massive hunger state, I'm just not eating as much, having higher protein, higher fat, less carbs, and that way when I get to night, I can have an excess calorie amount of drinks and it not be such a surplus. Okay, so those are your three tactics. You can go drop the really high calorie drinks, go for the straighter stuff, vodka sodas, that kind of thing, and then also make sure that if you want to, taking less calories during the day so you give yourself more room per night. And remember that the body metabolizes and processes alcohol first. So when you're drinking, if you're taking in any excess food while you're drinking, your body can't metabolize that because it's trying to metabolize the alcohol and get that out of your system. Yeah, so that excess food you're taking is going to be stored as fat. Okay, so the last tactic I would say is try and avoid that cheeky Macca's run on the way home. Simple stuff like I said, if you're not eating as much during the day, you're drinking at night, and then just enjoying yourself, but just, you know, being a bit stricter on yourself and not having that cheeky Macca's run on the way home, you're not going to be having that excess calorie intake, you're not going to be storing that excess fat that you don't want to store. Okay, really simple tactics. And just to summarize, you know, you can still enjoy yourself on a Saturday night out, you can still enjoy a few drinks, you don't have to be so restrictive, just make the smart options and don't make the same mistakes most people make, like going all out in a bender, having the highest calorie drinks, having a massive binge of food on the way home, because that's just doing all the wrong things for you. Yeah, plenty of options there for you to actually enjoy yourself and make sure you're making the right choices. Hope that helps, guys.